Hey everybody, welcome back. 30 minutes ago, Nexon just dropped the patch notes for v.228, which is the on-air update that we're getting. So we're gonna go over those. The new playable character Lara, it won't be available until December 1st. I imagine that they're adding it into the game now. They just won't open it up until December 1st. If you want to figure out what the class is all about, I'm sure there's a million videos on YouTube going over all of her skills and stuff. I know that the Bean Brigade crew, shout out to them. They got to debut the Lara, and all of them have some videos out right now. Some of them are currently streaming now too as well, but they're probably not going to be streaming anymore once the video hits. So go check her out if you want to figure out what the class does. It looks a lot of fun, and we're going to play it once it's available on stream as well. So we will start with the new updates for a better Maple. Let's increase the size of this a little bit so we can read it a little better for everybody. Can this go away? Thank you. Can this go away? Thank you. All right, so new updates for a better Maple. The flow for the Monster Park's Vanishing Journey and Lachlan areas have been improved. Those are areas I think that are new to Monster Park. So I don't know if that's what they mean by improved, is that they're adding it into Monster Park, like they're improving Monster Park. The monsters from Monster Park will now be displayed on the minimap, so they will be shown up as red dots on the minimap. So you can see where the monsters are still hiding if there's any left before you need to clear. Pets with auto buff skill can now use 2 buff skill slots. I am imagining that you won't need to purchase another auto buff, but you never know. So they might unlock the ability, they might unlock the ability to have a second slot, but whether or not you need to buy it to add a second slot, I don't know. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you won't need to buy another one. But it is Nexon, however, so who knows. Added a new hyper stat for normal damage against normal monsters, which is good. It'll make training a lot easier for some classes. And then the hyper stat preset system. So you will be able to have a total of 3 preset slots that you can put a bunch of different put all your hyper stats in. It won't cost you any Mesos to change between the presets, but it will still cost you Mesos to reset one of them if you so wish to change your stats around. Change the requirements for medals awarding the following monster collection areas. Island near Victoria, 50 to 45. Aqua Road is now to level 20. Nihil Desert's to level 40. And Mulan Garden is level 35. I'm not entirely sure what this means, but there you go. Change the monster collection exploration box, and the following exploration awards will be tradable within the account. Your gold potential stamps, your epic potential scrolls 50%, and your bonus potential scrolls 50%. This doesn't pertain to me because I play on Reboot. The other ones do, though. Added a cancel exploration function to the monster collection. If an exploration was canceled while in progress, the player will not receive any rewards. Oh, okay. So the monster exploration, I know what that is now. That's with your familiars and stuff, right? I don't remember. I haven't really touched that much since I've been back. Something else I just need to look into. Selected an automatic screenshot function for registering monsters in the monster collection. All right. With the exception of Mysterious Monster Bloom, and a new monster was added to the monster collection message will appear when registering monster blooms for the monster collection. Okay. Cross-world party quest monsters can now be registered in the monster collection. If players have items that can be relisted in the auction house, they can now be all relisted at once. This is going to be very, very nice change. Well, now you don't have to go and singly click every single item saying relist now, relist, relist, relist. You can just do it all at once. Now, I know that if you have a maximum number of items in the auction house for sale, and you go, like, say they're all expired, right? And you go to relist one of them, it'll say you don't have any free slots. I don't know if this is going to be the same thing to where you have to have one open slot with nothing in it in order to relist everything. I kind of wish it doesn't, and I really hope it doesn't. And I kind of wish that they would fix that other feature, or not the feature, but the other thing I was talking about as well. Players can use up to 5 chair bags and title holders, respectively. Okay. Because they keep adding chairs to the game, so that's good. Players can now lock and arrange the positions of their items in desired inventory. This is going to be really nice as well. So you're going to be able to have certain items in your inventory if you want to organize it your own way, and you still want to click the arrow button to push everything to the top. The items that you have selected in your inventory will stay where they are. Equipment items will retain their lock status when unequipped. So you can lock them, equip them. If the item was unequipped and replacing the equipped item, it will move the inventory slot it was in. If the item was unequipped via double clicking and not because it was replaced, it will be moved to the first empty slot in the inventory. Okay, so if you're taking off an item in your inventory and you're not replacing it with anything, you just double click it and to remove it, it's going to go to the first empty slot in the inventory. However, if you're replacing it with something that's in a locked square in the inventory, they will switch places. So the old item that you had equipped will be locked. I don't necessarily think that's good for people who have drop gear. That'll be really good actually for people that have drop gear. But really what they should do, don't get me wrong, this is nice, but what they really should do is make it so that we can have multiple armories, like multiple armor sets, to where we can just change everything with one click of a button. That would make everything a whole lot easier. Added a favorites function to the world map. Okay. Look on maps, added your favorites, immediate display location on the world map, up to 30 favorites can be added. So it's kind of like the Hyper Rock favorite system. Besides the fact that you can use a Hyper Rock, I don't understand what functionality this is supposed to serve. I guess it's so you don't have to go digging for certain areas, but most of the time you know where they are, like you can go there in 2 seconds anyway. I imagine that this is going to be a drop-down menu, so I don't know if it's going to be really that much quicker. During the Arcane Stone of the Grandis quest, players can now travel to defeat Magnus via the Goddess of Grandis. Okay, that's good, actually. So that's for 5th job, I imagine. So instead of having to leave the goddess area and then transporting to Magnus, she will directly transport you, or you're able to transport to Magnus in the area that she's in. You don't have to leave that area anymore. Yeah, yep. The chairs that characters are sitting on will now be visible. The chairs that characters are sitting on will now be visible. Were they not? Information regarding the chairs can be seen in the character info UI items at the bottom of the list. I'm gonna take a wild guess about what this list is about, what this is supposed to be. I'm gonna guess and say that this is allowing us now to make other people's chairs transparent. I'm guessing that's what this is, and that's what this is supposed to mean, but I have no idea. Return scrolls to the nearest town can now be registered hotkeys. Were they... I swear, whenever I played older Maplestory, that they were, but maybe they were not. If they weren't, then this is nice, but not necessarily needed, I don't think. Because most of the time, at least in a reboot, you just open the world map and click where you want to go. The Dream Key has been removed from the Cygnus normal boss battle entry requirements. So now we can just go into normal without having to do the pre-quest. which is upsetting because I literally just did the pre-quest. But it's whatever. It's nice. It's a nice change. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, so after defeating a boss, players can now press the up key to use the exit portal. God, thank you. I mean, I'm used to clicking them now, so I'll just have to get re-used to hitting the up button. But when I first started playing, and I had no idea about this change that they put in, I kept wanting to hit the up button, and I just kept forgetting I had to click. But now you can do both, I'm imagining. If you can do both, that's good. Duration of the death penalty will now be reduced. It will now be 5 minutes for characters under level 200 and a minimum of 10 minutes to a maximum of 60 minutes based on characters level 200 and above. That doesn't pertain to really anybody. I'm pretty sure if they die, they just use a safety term. Excuse me. When Luna Petite pets obtain items in the area below the pet, they will now acquire items from a 200 pixel wider range than before. Okay, that's probably a good change. Character name change coupon voucher item obtained from using the character name change coupon purchased from the cash shop will now have a 7-day duration instead of a 1-day duration. Okay, that's a good change. This is actually a really good change in case you had a name picked out, or if you saved a name, and you have to delete your other character to get that name, or if you go to put in your name that you wanted, that you had figured out, and it was already taken, this gives you a bit more time to figure out what you want to name change to. To accommodate players that exhausted all of their Commercy Dinero coins, the stimulus system that gave players extra Dinero coins once in a lifetime will be changed to give it once a month. I'm unfamiliar with what that means. I know I haven't done. I keep forgetting about Commercy. I really need to do them though. When hovering over the character's name tag in the character info UI, the full name of the character will now be displayed as a tooltip. When hovering over the character's name tag in character UI info, the full name of the character will now be displayed as a tooltip. I'm assuming. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to do, but it's there. Guild improvements. They're changing a bunch of the flag race stuff, and as well as some of the other guild stuff. I'm not particularly familiar with the new guild system. I am in a guild. I just haven't really looked at the new guild system. So I am not going to be one to give good information on the new guild stuff. So if you want to take a look at it, you can come to the patch notes and read it for yourself. But other than that, wow, there's a lot of guild changes. Wow. All right, so let's go to Reboot World improvements. This is the good stuff. So Reboot World's passive damage increased effect will be changed into final damage increase effect. There is a fixed final damage increase based on level. So under level 99, you will get a 30% increase. From levels 100 to 149, you get a 40% increase. From levels 150 to 199, you get a 50% increase. From levels 200 to 249, 60%, 250 to 299, 65%. And once you hit level 300, congratulations, you have 70% final damage increase. The HP of normal monsters will be decreased. The HP of level 110 and above normal field monsters are going to be decreased. So basically what they're targeting to do here is make Reboot a little squishier. We're getting more damage, and all the mobs are getting HP decreased. However, bosses are not changing. So bosses are going to be the same. Reboot's world passive damage increase effect will change into a final damage increase effect so that all jobs can have the same efficiency regardless of the base damage. increase of each job. In addition, the HP of normal monsters will be adjusted to prevent the field hunting difficulty from increasing. So they're basically balancing out all classes is what they're attempting to do here. The damage increase and decrease according to level will be adjusted. Monsters will now be applied with up to 120% damage when attacked with a character's higher level than them. So if there is 0 level difference between you and the creature, you will have normal damage. And if you are 10 levels higher, you will deal 120% more damage. Alicia's ring box will no longer provide unusable rings for each job. Good. I don't know what this means, but good. I don't know if I got to Alicia's ring box. Level jump rings and weapon jump rings will now only be provided with main stats than the character's job. Limit rings, mana cut rings, crisis HM rings, and crisis M rings will no longer be given to jobs that do not use MP. I don't know if any of these rings are BIS, so I am not familiar with them. Yeah, since the trading and reboot is restricted, they wanted to make sure that the job can get what they need. Yeah. Changes will be made to the Reboot Gift Box. Right, so the level requirement for the gift box is changing from level 60 to 100. So you won't get anything until you hit level 100. But you'll get rewards at level 100, 150, and 200. Players can use the Reboot Gift Box after the update maintenance to obtain the changed rewards. The duration, I'm hoping what this means is that all current players will get the rewards that was changed. I need a side-by-side comparison of what is actually changing in the gift box itself, because I'm not entirely sure what is in the gift box right now. It was so long ago. So we'll see if we get these new whatever is new. We'll see if we get them, and if so, it'll be a nice addition. Although I'm not entirely sure what the premise was behind this, because this is just going to make it more. Excuse me. This is going to make it more difficult for newer players, because it was relatively simple for a character to hit level 60. Because you can't use the Reboot Gift Box until now level 100. So at level 1, once you hit level 30, you'll get a Hyper Teleport Rock, which is nice, and you'll get Power Elixirs. But that 50 million for a newer player is supposed to last you up until level 100, which is possible, but for a newer player who's not entirely sure about, the system, or maybe they, learn about star forcing and they try to star force something above, well, I guess they don't get to do above 10 stars until level 100, but they keep trying and they keep failing. I don't know. This just seems like it's gonna make it a little bit difficult for newer new players. Okay, so content improvements. Monster Life I do not touch, so I will not be touching it in the patch notes. I'm not entirely familiar with Monster Life, so if you wish to learn more about them, you can read the patch notes. Link in the description. Monster Park improvements. The following Monster Park stages will be improved. The XP clearing Monster Park A Vanishing Journey, which I believe is new. Latchland, the Dreaming City, which is new. And Auto Security Area, which is new, is increased. Or no, the Auto Security Area, that's the first stage. Added a new Monster Park stage, Arcania. The Mysterious Forest of Arcania stage will be added in Monster Park. It can only be entered by characters who completed the Arcania Harmony of the Forest quest, which is level 230. Auction house improvements. Fixed an issue with the auction house where entering the name of an item in the weapons search tab would screw up top of the text box. I never ran into that issue, but that's good that they're fixing it. Fixed the issue with the auction house where the minimum value could not be listed unless a detailed option was selected in the detailed search section. I never ran into that. Glad they're fixing it. Death penalty improvements. The reduced EXP will now be displayed when the character's death penalty is applied. That's actually good because when the first time I died as a new player in Reboot, I had no idea after I died that because I was still used to the system where if I died, I lost experience. Instead of when I die for a period of time, I lose experience gain. So this is nice now. It's going to pop up on the screen for players. The checkbox area on the UI to use buff freezer items upon reviving will be changed into a button to prevent mistakes. Perfect. However, I also feel like having it as a button is going to cause mistake. Profession improvements. Production status will be locked to you are fatigued when the profession fatigue is completely exhausted. Revised to the profession UI, so the names of the crafted items and their craftable quantities can now be properly displayed. Fixed to the issue where if the last correct answer input for the macro detector was up or down the arrow key while players harvesting mining in front of a ladder or rope, they would start harvesting and mining while hanging from them. Okay. NPC shop improvements. In coin shops, players can now make multiple purchases at once by entering the purchase quantity. Thank you. If the item, this is going to be good for, well, we can already do that in Monster Park. Maple Tour, maybe? If the item has max holding quantity of 1 per inventory slot, or the item is sold in a bundle, players can only purchase one item at a time. Okay. The Meso limit for a single transaction at NP shops will be changed from a maximum 2 billion to 10 billion. Okay. Moonlung Dunjo improvements. Added a short wait time for when time output happens if player clears the dojo and run out of time at the same time. They can still move on to the next floor. Okay. The cooldowns for Tyrannotolus' petrification pattern on the 52nd floor and Irina's invincibility pattern on the 57th floor will be increased. The hitbox range for Dragonor on the dojo 53rd floor will now be increased in the downwards direction. I have not even gotten to those bosses, so I'm not entirely sure what that means. Charm will no longer decrease even when the fame drops of the charm trait is at level 100. So charm won't decrease as long as it's level 100. If it's below level 100, it looks like it will still decrease. Added a new MVP recommendation, mini notification for players that fall into a certain criteria. When the notification is clicked, MVP notifier UI will be displayed. Is this a way to push sales? I feel like that's a way to push sales. All right, next we got system improvements. There's a lot to go over here. Holy shit. Okay. The character stats, detailed stats UI will now provide even more detailed information. Buff duration. Okay, so in your character stats, where it shows you your boss damage, your IED, your everything like your damage, final damage, buff duration, it's going to now give you your buff duration. So it's going to let you know how much percentage of buff duration you have. It's going to let you know your percentage item drop rate, and it's going to let you know your percentage Mesos obtained whenever you look it up, which is nice and should have been done a long time ago. The following detailed stats will now be displayed. How much is giving the category from the equipment. Okay, so what this is doing also is a nice change. When you hover over the stat, so let's see if I can go in the game here. Whenever you hover over the stat, like you hover over final damage, it's going to give you the detail there. But also below that detail, it's going to let you know where it's coming from. So it's going to let you know if it's coming from your equipments, if it's coming from skills, if it's coming from use items. It will let you know when you hover over them. So buff duration, item drop rate, mesos were not included in details, making it inconvenient for players to having to calculate on their own, which is good. It's good that they're getting rid of that inconvenience. In order to address it, these stats will now be added to the UI. Since it was always difficult to tell how certain criteria were increased and how much what means, we added the ability to view these details category when hovering over each detail stat. What they need to add, there's one more at least I can think of that they need to add on here, which is attack speed. Unless I'm missing it somewhere else, but I believe attack speed should be added on here. So we know what stage of attack speed we're at without having to calculate that on our own, because we still have to calculate that. Potential improvements. The 2 critical % damage stats in the set rates for each stats were combined into 1. The 2 critical damage % stats in the set rates for each stat were combined into 1. Okay. I'm imagining, I'm trying to figure out what this means. And the only thing I can think of is if an item was able to roll with 2 lines of critical damage, it's now only going to be 1 line. But let's say if you were going to roll a 2% crit damage, 2% crit damage, it's now just going to give you 1 line of 4% crit damage. I don't know if that's what it's doing or not. Change the appearance rates of the following stats. Please know that these rates will not affect any items the players already own, will only be reflected. Okay, so the following stats will no longer appear when using red cube, black cube, master cube, meister cube, violet cube, or cube of equality. Wait. So we're losing boss damage? The only way to get boss damage is... Wait, what? The following stats will no longer appear when using red, black, master, meister, violet, and cube of equality. Unique boss damage. So we only get boss damage in legendary now. All skills levels +1. We only get that in legendary now, if I'm reading this correctly. Unique legendary, all skills +2. So that's not showing up at all. So they're just removing that. All skills +3, they're removing that. All elemental resistance +10%, and they're removing that. Status resistance +10, they're removing that. Is what I'm getting from this sentence here. The following stats will no longer appear. The rates for the following stats will be increased when using red, black, master, meister, violet, and cube of equality. Unique boss damage 30%. Oh, okay. So the only boss damage that we can get with unique now is 30%. Okay, that makes sense now. This can fuck right off. That they can just get rid of. That I don't know if it's still useful. And that they can just get rid of. Honestly. All decent skill stats will now be bundled into a group, and stats that can be set for the decent skill group will be limited to 1 max. All decent skill stats. will be bundled into a group. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I know most people don't really go for decent skills on potentials anymore because they just get it from nodes, but okay. The unit's playtime on the exit UI will now be displayed in digits up to the hundredths. Problem, it's still bugged. Players can now select the text color for the Whisper Friends Guild Alliance chat text in the chat window. This is good. However, I will not be using this because I've been playing Maplestory off and on for over 10 years. And I'm used to Whisper being green, Friends being orange, Guild being, blue, Alliance being purple. I'm used to that. I'm not changing it. The text color can be selected in the options UI. There you go. If you want to change it, you can change it. The description for transfer selection checkbox when leveling up 0 weapons was updated to include the Star Force is also transferred. The description for the transfer selection checkbox when leveling up 0 weapons was updated to include that Star Force is also transferred. Okay. I'll have to ask Will about that one because I'm not entirely sure. I don't play a 0. Changed so that print screen key no longer functions while running the game. Okay. However, the screenshot function is using Alt print screen keys can still be used. The use of print screen was restricted since pressing it repeatedly while the game was running may temporarily stop the game client. That's not the only thing that stops the game client, though. Players can take a screenshot by using the screenshot function, Alt, and print keys. Okay. All right, now we get into skill improvements. Link skills can now be transferred up to 4 times for free. You can do it additionally up to 10 times, but it's going to cost Mesos every time. Now, remember, this is going to be the cost of Mesos per link skill. Not for an entire set of link skills, per link skill. So if you move 12 link skills over 5 times, the 5th time you do it, for all 12 combined, will be 60 million Mesos. So just keep that in mind. It is per link skill. They're talking about that it was needed. Yep. The enhancement animation for the legendary spirit skill will be simplified. Okay. The weapon constant for when hero and paladin use one-handed weapons will be increased from 1.3 to 1.34 and 1.2 to 1.24 respectively. I still don't know. I think heroes are still going to use 2 hands, but paladins, I think they already use 1 hand. I'm not entirely sure. Don't play either of them. So any heroes or paladins in the comments want to make a comment on that, or if anybody knows if that somebody's going to have to change, you can put it down in the comments. Some bishop skills will be improved. Benediction can now be received. Benediction. Yeah, I'm reading that right. Benediction can now receive the buff freezer item effect. I'm sure that's good. The max number of enemies hit by Peacemaker activated Holy Light will be increased from 10 to 15. Okay. Bowmaster's Hurricane will be added with an effect that increases arrow stream's damage by 50%. Some marksman skills will be improved. Explosive bolt damage is now increased to 925 from 700. The Dragon's Breath damage will now be increased to 650 from 525. So, but they're basically trying to keep, now the fact that Pathfinder's out, they're trying to make it so that marksman is still viable. Is their attempt. Pathfinder skills will be improved. Nova Blaster's number of attacks will be increased to 6 from 5. The Relic Unbound's relic gauge cost will be decreased from 350 to 250. Improved so that when Pathfinder uses Cardinal Torrent in the opposite direction from where they're facing while using certain skills, They will be moved to the opposite direction instead of being used in place. Some Buccaneer skills will also be improved. Remove the function that increases attack power when Supercharge and Ultra Charge is fully charged. Precision Strikes, Typhoon Crush will be added with a passive function that increases their attack. So their attack is just getting moved around. You will always have that extra attack that you were getting from from Supercharge and Ultra Charge. You will always have it, from my understanding, and you don't have to be at full charge in order to receive it. Mihail, Sacred Cubes, I'm sure that's 5th job skill I'm not entirely familiar with, but it looks like the cooldown is being decreased to 180 seconds, and the damage is being increased to 15%. If you want more in-depth stuff on this, you can come read it for yourself. Excuse me. Now here is a big one for me. I love Cygnus Nights. And their souls. So Dawn Warrior's Soul Element, Wind Archer's Storm Element, Nightwalker's Dark Element, Thunderbreaker's Lightning Element are now going to be toggles, which is so good. It's one less buff. Which is also good for Wind Archer because I believe Wind Archer is getting some less buffs. I'm pretty sure some of their buffs are becoming passives, including this one. So that's super good. That allows me to put another buff on my keyboard, or another button on my keyboard, I should say. Blaze Wizard looks like that their attacks are being more in line, so that they're not being delayed by the server, which is good. Some Wind Archer skills are going to be improved. Okay, so when Wind Archer's Tri-Pulling Wind is created and targets an enemy that disappears, it will take a priority on searching enemies within the range of where the enemy is located where it was created. Okay. Albatross's attack power, max HP, crit rate, and attack speed increases functions will now be changed into passive effects. The on-off feature for this cape effect will now be removed. Alright, so it is no longer a toggle, it is now a passive. Albatross's max attack power, damage, ignore enemy defense, crit rate, status resistance, elemental resistance, and attack speed increase functions are changed into passives. Will now be applied additively with Albatross's stat increase. Okay, so you're getting a lot of passives, which is good. Thunderbreaker's Lightning Spear multi-strike damage will now be increased, and the following values are based on level 25. So at max level, you're getting an additional 250% damage on a linked attack. Lightning increases by 100%. Final link damage is being increased by 200%. Large lightning is being increased by 50%. Aaron's combo display effects can now be moved by dragging it around with the mouse. That should have been done a long time ago. Luminous's Liberation Orb. Active effects damage at skill level 25 will be increased from 850 to 1,000. I'm sure that's good for a lot of people. Okay. So Wild Hunter skills are being improved. I might just go ahead and skip through the rest of these. There's a lot of changes with skills. If you're interested in it, you can definitely come and read the patch notes. But right now I want to get to some of the boss monster improvements, as well as the... there's a lot of patch notes here, guys. There's quest map improvements. Fix the issue of some other stuff here. Fixed issues with certain skills. Okay, so we'll go over some of that stuff as well. But right now, let's go back up to boss. All right, so like I said, there's still a few skill changes for, it looks like, Xenon. More Wind Archer changes. Kane, Adele, That stuff's going to be changed. Link skill UI, link skills will be improved so that they're sorted and displayed in alphabetical order. I don't know if that was necessarily needed, but okay. Because I don't really look at the name, I more so look at the image of the skill. All right, so boss monsters and improvements to boss monster, or bosses and monsters, sorry. The Legion raid placement feature can now be used in boss entry waiting maps and the Ursus entry waiting map. I'm sure that's nice. Fix the issue where a skills effect that changes the map's background will be visible during boss entry cutscenes. Okay. When attempting to enter Cygnus or Lucid boss battles in practice mode with party members who have already exhausted their entry count. Oh, I see. Fix the issue where an incorrect practice mode entry count would be displayed if the following situation. Okay. Fix the issue where certain bosses, where if the player continuously clicked on the exit portal immediately after entering or changing phases, would delay the boss from appearing. Added new achievements for Gloom and Darknell. Added function for permissions for party settings. Oh, so now you can, it's going to be nice. Now you can set it to where the party leader is the only one that can pick stuff up. Or I don't know if this pertains to Reboot, actually. I think in Reboot, most drops are instanced. So I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, items dropped as individual rewards can be obtained regardless of party settings. So hopefully that's good, and hopefully that's not bugged, because that would be a shitty bug. Boss clear Maple reward point quests can now be completed when your character's level meets the minimum level requirement to enter the boss. Okay, so during Hard Hilla's vampire pattern, most monsters in the middle of summoning will no longer become its target. She's not going to heal as much as what that means. She's not going to, like, when she's in her vampire pattern and she keeps continuously summoning, she's not going to heal from all of them, is what I'm getting from this. In the Lotus boss battle, the consecutive energy orb firing pattern will now end upon defeating phase 3. Fix the issue where the attack hitbox of the objects falling in Lotus boss was larger than the actual image. I'm sure that's a nice change. Fix the issue where Pink Bean Chaos's pink pulverizer attack range did not match with the effect. Fix the issue where sometimes Pink Bean's my Matrishkia buff icon can be seen in Pink Bean Chaos boss battle when the elimination pattern is triggered. Fix the issue where some of the voice sound effects played upon defeating Cygnus were too quiet. What they do, just blast up the volume. Now we're going to get our ears blown out whenever we kill her. Fixed a issue in Lucid Phase 1 where players cannot jump higher than a certain height in the upwards direction. Fix the issue in Lucid boss battle, or 2 boss battle, where if the player inflicted Lucid with an abnormal status effect upon entry, Lucid would gradually move downwards. Looks like they got some more Lucid changes. I haven't fought Lucid, so I can't really relate to these changes. The same thing with Will. Same thing with Serene. But it looks like they're making all good changes. I know that they're changing right here. The entry requirements for Root Abyss Chaos has been changed from 10 clears to 5. So they cut the time in half. When inflicted with Papulatus' curse in Papulatus boss battle, it will now display system message showing the duration. Thank goodness, because sometimes it was really hard to see the timer on top of your head. Notifications for elite boss battles that appear in other areas will no longer be displayed. Notifications for elite bosses appearing in Fox Valley will only be displayed within the Fox Valley area, no longer displayed in the areas of Grandis, such as Serenium, Hotel Arcus, etc. Okay, I'm sure that's good. Same thing for Savage Terminal and the same thing for Scrapyard. Now, Celis monsters will now drop Stone Origin droplet items. Fix the issue where sound didn't properly play for Powerful Ascension, Powerful Embryon, and Powerful Forbearan. Okay. So fix an issue in Hotel Market or Hotel Arcus. Fix the issue where Bird Shark, Patriarch Bird Shark, Krilla, and Patriarch Krilla monsters in Hungry Mudo and Monster Park did not perform body slam attacks. Okay. So fixed a bunch of other issues. So that looks like most of that. Nothing too important, it doesn't look like. Quest and map improvements. Okay, so we get experience now for doing our Arcane River daily quests. Checking the timer because I want to make sure I don't miss Ursus double time here. Okay. Okay, actually we get EXP for doing all of our daily quests, which is nice. They're increasing the Morris daily quest improvements, added new Limina areas. I just got to Choo Choo Island. I just hit 211. I'm now trying to get my arcane power up to 230 or 230 to 130 so I can actually finish the Choo Choo stuff. So I'm not entirely sure with those other areas, but I will get there in time. Let's see what other things we got here. Quests I'm not entirely pertain to because I don't really do quests. One thing I would love from Maplestory, I see they're talking about resolution here. I would love for them to fix cash shop resolution, login resolution, as well as making the game entire resolution up to 1440p. But, you know, we'll get there. Actually, I would love to get 64-bit client first. That's what I really want. Okay, so there's more quest changes. We're not going to go over all the quest changes. There's a lot of them. Item improvements. They improve some of the cash shop items to properly work. They improve certain items for floating effects and animations. This looks like most of the cash shop stuff. They have a list of stuff here that was neglecting some certain items to effects to actually activate. Some herbalism tools, fixed amount of honor EXP is now given for the medals. It's not really a change you're going to notice too much. Bonus potential I don't have to worry about. Fixed issues where unique potential skulls could be used on unappraised epic items. That sucks, actually. I'm sure there were people who had unappraised unique items that sold them. And this was a way for them to get it up there. I don't know. I'm sure that's a down for some people, but I don't know if any people really purchase unappraised potential items, but it is what it is. Some more cash up item stuff fixes. You can find out a whole detail list of that. These patch notes are long, guys. I'm not going to be able to read all of them. Skill fixes. I don't think I'm gonna go over these either. What I would really like to just go over. So they changed some link skills, some paladins, archmage, bishops, bowmasters, pathfinders, dual blades, corsair, cannoneer, Mihail, dawn warrior, blaze wizard, wind archer, Nightwalker. Fixed the issue where the last attack of triple throw, quad star, and quintuple star from the Nightwalker character that was equipped with a cash throwing star didn't appear as the cash throwing star to other characters. Really? Oh, to other characters. Okay. I was like, it does that for me, but it doesn't do it for other people. Fixed the issue where it was possible to take hits while using Greater Dark Servant. Yeah, that was annoying. Fix the issue where the shadows would not swap places even when we were reusing Greater Dark Servant. That was also a problem. I had to spam the button in order for it to work. And then most of the time, whenever I was spamming it to get it to work, I would hit it multiple times and it would switch me twice. So I was just back to where I wanted or originally started. While Dark Sight is in use, Dark Sight can no longer be activated via Shadow Jump. Okay, that's fine. When Nightwalker's Shadow Spear skill description will now be updated to state the shadows cannot be created by summons attacks. Interesting. Okay. So they fixed some stuff for Thunderbreakers, Evans, Mercedes, Phantom Shade, Luminous, Demon Hunter, Demon Slayer, Blaster, Battle Mage, Wild Hunter, Xenon, Mechanic Gain, Kadana, Angelic Buster, Zero Kinesis, Adele, Ilium, Arc, Hoyoung, Beast Tamer. So if you guys want to see your specific class changes, just click the link below for the patch notes and go to your class and you can see what was changed. Now, bug fixes. There's a crap ton of these, I'm sure. God dang it. These pop-ups on the side here are really annoying. Trying to get to that thing. Okay, so if you want a full list of bug fixes as well, they already fixed the bugs that I knew about, which was nice because we got a compensation for it. But if you want to take a look at some of the other bug fixes, you can come here to the patch notes and take a look. Now, we're almost at an hour already. So we'll kind of skim over the rest of this here. We're only halfway through the patch notes, guys. Okay, so Burning World. They're adding a Burning World. There you go. You can make a burning character. Mega Burning Project. You can create 2 Mega Burning characters in a Burning World. I'm going to be creating a Angelic Buster because I need that Link skill. And I'm going to also be creating probably either Shadower or Night Lord for the additional luck in Legion. One of the two. However, Burning World restrictions, I'm pretty sure most people know this is probably the same restrictions most of the time. We already know about that stuff. You get some items and stuff. You get a 30-day Hyper Rock teleport, which is nice. But there we go. We got a burning event coming up. Burning setup world. There you go. Wait, what's this stuff here? Rewards. Oh, we get a crap ton of rewards for the burning character. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's only usable by the burning character, which is whatever. Burning World Leap. Why is this February 9th through February 24th? I don't know what this is about. Whatever. Tarot, Burning Plus, sure. Alright, let's get past that. Maple Live events. Alright, so this is our new... after maintenance, it starts February 8th at midnight. So... it's not gonna... Oh, okay, I know what you're saying. Okay. This is funny. Because they actually think that their patch is going to be done before reset tomorrow. They actually think the patch is only going to take the prescribed amount of time. However, that is not going to be the case. I guarantee you it will be past this time before the patch drops. The patch is going to last longer than 8 hours. My prediction, the patch will be anywhere between 11 to 12 hours. Let's be realistic, right? Have we ever had a patch in Maplestory not extended? Don't think so. Anyway, so there's a bunch of videos going over how the event works. The main thing I wanted to go over with the event is Reboot Shop. Okay, Gold Creator we know about. It looks all about the same. Yep. We get an option for 3 rings, but that won't be for a month or until after a month. Okay. Daily missions, which we know about. Yep. We know about those. Weekly missions we know about. Monthly missions we know about. We're looking for the shops, my dudes. Studio Go. On-air pop-up reaction. I believe that's the skill. Beach Boss. Okay, so starting tomorrow, we get to play. It's winter here. But it's okay. We get to go to the beach and we get to play water balloon fights. You can get this diamond damage skin from the water balloon fight minigame. So keep that in mind. Another minigame that starts tomorrow is the Tangoon restaurant. It is essentially what is that game called? Overcooked. It is Overcooked in Maplestory. So it says hold down space key. I don't know if this is supposed to be the NPC chat button or the actual spacebar. I'm gonna guess that they're actually gonna be using the actual spacebar and not your NPC chat button. So just keep that in mind. We will probably go over the minigames on stream. So if you have any questions, you can stop by the stream and ask. Although there are some other videos out there about the minigames that I highly recommend you guys take a look at. Okay, so this is what I wanted to look at the most. This will probably be the last thing I look at, guys. We're reaching an hour here. I got dailies to do before everything goes down. There's no way I'm gonna have time to do them tomorrow because the game won't be up. So you have to be level 101 to participate, which is fine because we know you have to be level 101 to participate in any event. So event ring exclusive Meister cubes. So okay, for reboot we get Mesos pouches. Times 10. So we get 10 for 100 beans and 10 per world. 10 per day. Okay, so that sounded confusing, but let me break it down. Each transaction is a bundle of 10 Mesos pouches. You can purchase 10 bundles per world per day. Okay, so every day you can purchase 10, but it's not per character only. It's locked into your world. Okay, and reboot, there's only one server, so basically you can't go to another world and do it on another character because this is only reboot. So that's going to cost you 1,000 pink beans or 100 pink beans. But if you want all 10, you're going to get it's going to cost you 1,000 pink beans. I honestly don't think that this is worth spending your beans on. Now, 100% epic scrolls. This is a nice one. 300 pink beans per scroll. We get 5 per world. Tradable with an account. Once you purchase them, you will have 10 days. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I was wrong about this. Now it's 100% not worth it. Because you can only get 10 and that's it. Done. I don't think that's worth it. You're only going to get like maybe roughly, let's see. That's 100. That's 100 pouches. Okay. On average per pouch, you're getting 300k on average. So 300k times, let's see, times 100. Hang on, 300,000. So at most, you're gonna get like 30 mil from that for 1,000 pink beans. I don't think that's worth it at all. But back to the epic potential scrolls. We can get up to 5 of them per world. And they are tradable with an account. Okay. So that's a good purchase. Just remember, after you purchase them, you only have 10 days to use them. Special bonus scrolls are only going to be for non-reboot worlds. So I'm not going to cover that. I'm not going to cover the golden hammers or innocent scrolls because we don't get those. Golden potential stamps are 20 pink beans, and you can get 20 per world. Non-reboot, 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 non-reboot. Are they adding anything specifically for reboot? Okay, red flames, 50 pink beans. Eternal flames, 150, 30 per world of both. Black flames, 250, 20 per world. Master craftsman cubes, 100 pink beans, 15 per world. All of this stuff is tradable within your account. We do get, this one's nice. For 5,000 beans, we do get 1 unique potential scroll. It can be used on any item of any item level. But we can only purchase 1 per world. Non-reboot, 2 XP coupons. Mysterious monster bloom, which is not sold in the burning world. You can get 3 per world. Monster life gem, which is non-reboot. Power elixirs, which is unlimited, I believe. 5 pink beans, untradeable 10-day duration. Yeah, these are unlimited. We can get a 1-day hyper teleport rock for 15 beans, which is nice, actually. But, oh, and that resets daily, so you can get one every day. Unlimited number of times. Pendant slots, trait boosts, selective 8 slots, AP reset, SP reset, mastery books, job advancement coins for 500 beans. You can get 1, and that's it. You can only buy 1, apparently. Huh. Infinite Revitalizer. 10 pink beans, limited 1 daily. That one will reset daily. We get some node stones, special honor, chaos calculator, and black calculator. Those are going to be useful. Legendary calculator. You won't be able to use this if you are already legendary. Just keep that in mind. Arcane Symbols. Now, I thought this was going to be only in Reboot, but this is apparently for all worlds. But we can get 50 of them each, which is nice. I would probably buy these out. These don't have a duration. These do not have a 10-day duration on them. So I will probably buy these out because eventually I'll get the character or my main to that point in the game. Sacred Symbol Selector. Okay, so they haven't cut it off yet, but this is the start of the cosmetic stuff. Super Pink Bean Roid coupon. It comes with the Pink Bean Roid and a Lydium Heart. Lydium Heart, unfortunately, it is permanent, but it is only level 30. Vintage comic book damage skin. This one is going to be amazing. This skin looks so clean. You can only purchase 1. It is untradeable, but the damage skin is permanent when used and tradable when extracted. Okay. Influencer outfit set. This is a full outfit that you can get with pink beans. Let's see what else we got. Influencer outfit, male and female. Pink Bean Beauty Salon chair, which looks nice, and Pink Bean Popcorn chair, which looks nice. The Beauty Salon chair. Oh, they show it down here. Okay, so this is the damage skin. It looks really nice. I'm really excited for this. This is your android. This is the NX outfit set here. This is your Pink Bean chair. This is the popcorn chair. This is a bear mount that you can get. I don't believe it flies. And then this is another mount you can get, which is your own like posse. It's called Super Influencer Mount coupon. They just kind of follow you around, like take pictures and all that stuff. So Black Bean Shop, we get this from doing our weekly boss kills, as well as just killing bosses in general. Or sorry, you can only get it from weekly missions by killing bosses. Otherwise, the quantity for limited Pink Bean Shops and Items World. Okay, so this is the one I was most curious about because a lot of the stuff in the shop was scrolls for the normal world. So I'm curious about what we get for Reboot. Okay, so non-Reboot gets special bonus coupons. Arcane River Droplet Stones is Reboot only. Stone Origin Droplets is Reboot only. Not Reboot. But we do get Red Flames, Rebirth Flames, and Black Flames. This is a big one here. Black Flames, we can get 50 of them per world. So start farming now. And then the rest of this stuff here is all non-Reboot. But then we also get a black calculator. Meso Shop will be the Yeti. The Meso Shop can only be accessed when we have reached Gold Creator rank, which means we won't see the Meso Shop for the first month of the event. Karma regenerate. Let's see. Yeah, that's for non-Reboot worlds. Okay. So for Reboot worlds only, our Eternal Flames cost 250 million Mesos. That is a lot. Black Rebirth Flames, however, cost 500 million for Reboot. Marble Skin, which lets you change your skin to one of these colors here. I'm thinking about picking this one for my main. Just to see what it looks like with the current outfit I have. I have a Halloween setup type thing. Occult Cubes. This is Reboot only. They are 500k, and you can only you can only get 100 of them. We get more Arcane River Droplets for 50 mil. Those are only Reboots. We get a 17-star enhancement scroll for 1.5 bill. Nice. You can only buy one. Chaos Scrolls non-Reboot. Non-Reboot. Fairy Heart is available, everybody. Fairy Heart is available for 2 billion Mesos. So save now. You have 3 months to get this item. If you don't already have a heart and you need one like I do, that is level 100 and above, make sure you save money to purchase this item, especially on Reboot. Now, this is non-Reboot. Flushed Skin Android coupon. Rosy Skin Android coupon and Android sensor clips. Okay, so this is another one I'm going to be excited about. For 300 mil, you can get the Android shops. You can purchase all of them if you want, but it's going to cost you 300 mil for each. I'm personally going to purchase probably 2 of them for sure. Possibly 3. I'm going to get the V-Hilla, I'm going to get Pixel Damien Roid, and I'm going to get Lilin Roid. But the main one I'm going to be using most of the time is V-Hilla. They have more faces that you can purchase here. This one's not terrible. But they cost 1 bill. And then the outfits cost 1.5 bill. Lonnie outfits 1.5 bill as well. Other events. So we know about the Lana pre-registration event. We've been dealing with that for a long time. This is the Daemon skin that it looks like, and this is the Mountain Kid pet that you will get. Lara Coin Shop rewards, which we've already went over before. But if you're interested to know, the main thing you want to purchase here looks like to be extreme growth potions. Probably can use it on your Lara if you want. The reboot or rejuvenation flames. Reboot worlds don't get pet scrolls. You can get master craftsman cubes. You can get arcane symbols. You can get a bunch of stuff here. Job advancement coins, so you can get a bunch of stuff for the Lara event. Lara adventure support. It's just a lot of stuff you get for leveling up Lara, pretty much. 2-factor authentication event. This is new to me. This one started already. As announced on our event post, we are holding a special event to reward the many Maplers who have protected their accounts with 2-factor authentication and encourage everyone else to join them. There is a cache of prizes, and all you need to do is either the Authenticator app or SMS security options enabled onto your account. I believe I already have that, so I'm not entirely sure. Oh, here we go. During one of the following maintenances, players who have set up the 2-factor authentication, God, I've been talking too long, and have not yet been rewarded will be granted with a special rewards via the gift drop. November 17th, December 15th, and February 9th. So if you have it done already, you'll get it on November 17th. If you do it after November 17th, you'll get it December 15th. If you do it after December 15th, you'll get it February 9th. So, as a reward, you get a Star Sheriff title. It's 15 days, gives you 10 strength, dex, and luck, 5 attack, and HP MP. You get a Sheriff chat and label ring. You also get 4 15-minute double coupons. The label ring looks ridiculous. The chat ring is not terrible, but they both kind of look meh. Sunny Sunday, Spell Trace Fever, and all that good stuff. All right, guys. I am ending the video here. I've been talking too long, and my throat is starting to hurt. So, please, please, please get yourself ready for this event. There's a lot of stuff happening with this event. If you have any questions, stop by the stream. I'll do my best to answer them. Otherwise, I'm sure there's a bunch of other videos that you guys can watch to get more information on it. But I do want to thank everybody for watching the video. I'm sorry it's so long. Thank you if you stuck all the way through. But everybody have a good day and enjoy the new event. I'm really excited, and I hope everybody else is too.